Facebook Live. Today's day 10, I think, of the 21-day Facebook Live challenge. I didn't shoot yesterday because I did a private video in my Fun Fab Girlfriends group, so I don't know if you missed me, probably not. Haven't been getting a whole lot of responses and views totally on these things, but I'm just here for the exploration of it all. So today's topic is workouts over wine and how that has been a winning combination for my life. Now I want to speak to how much I love red wine, and I spent thousands of dollars on red wine over the last several years, and it's one of my only things that I would ever drink. I loved just red wine. I'm not a big alcohol person. I cannot stand beer. I don't even like white wine. I just love red wine, but I loved it. Loved it. And I noticed, even though I was in such denial, that when I would drink red wine, I would start to feel really crappy after a while because I could drink a lot of it. And it would always trigger any fight that I ever got in with my husband, Rano, was usually related to drinking. And I was like, well, that's not fun. And the weight and the calories. And so I thought I'd do a little experiment, because when you give something up, it's always useful to replace it with something else. And because I've tried this in the past, and if you don't replace what you're giving up with something else, it's going to be a harder road to give it up. So what I did was I said, what if I gave up wine and all the money that I'd save and all the calories that I'd save and actually replace it with working out, which is something that I dabbled in for a while off and on, but have never been super consistent with my workout. So it took me a few months to make that shift, but I committed to it in the new year. And as of day one of 2017, I said no more wine, and I let it go. And I started to not go to the gym, but go to spinning classes and Pilates classes and do all these things that I love to do and used to love to do and hadn't been doing. And sure enough, little by little, less wine, no wine actually. I had no wine, no alcohol at all. That turned into a month. The next month, I choose not to drink. I got more into my workouts, and now here I am, 8 months? Month 8 months later. I am so excited because I've seen the results. I put my money towards my workouts instead of my wine, and I feel great, and I have had way less fights with my husband. I've had way less hangovers because there's nothing to be hungover about. I feel healthy, I feel vibrant, I'm getting a ton of compliments. I've lost, I've been working out and I've changed my diet, but I've lost, I think, almost 15 pounds or more, and I'm super fit and super strong. So it's a win-win-win, and I know that I come from a family of drinkers. All I know was drinking, although I didn't drink in high school, but I did get into alcohol later on, and it was really hard for me to make this decision. Now, I'm not saying I'll never drink again or I'll never have wine again, and I have dabbled in treating myself for a celebratory occasion. I'll have one glass of wine, but what I'm now 8 months in, realizing that it's so much easier to be committed to not drinking because I feel so good in my body, and I'm more committed to getting up and working out in the ways that I love and feel good than I am to drinking. And I used to be so committed to drinking. It was just something I totally loved. Wine was such a thing for me, and now I have broken that pattern. So not a whole lot of wisdom to share with you other than just my own personal experience of how this has really, saved my bank account, saved my energy. I sleep better. And I've been able to kick sugar, because I think wine is actually more of a sugar addiction. Alcoholism, which I don't feel I necessarily had, although it does run in my family, because I've gone long spurts without alcohol, and I can choose not to drink it, and I didn't get too crazy when I drink it. It didn't impact my life in any way other than feeling crappy and spending all this money and maybe getting more wrinkles because it was dehydrating. Anyways, oh, hey, Sarah Mansfield. Hey, Christy Perfetti. Look at you, little Oswego blast from the past. I think we got another one here. I think we had Brent Castaldo pop in here. It's not showing me everybody that's on here now, but Hello, hello, hello. So yeah, why workouts over wine, and how good it's been, and I'm looking forward to continuing this commitment. As I mentioned, I've been more committed to working out than I have been to wine, and every time I spend money on an exercise class, I think that is still so much cheaper than what I would spend on even a glass of wine. Like sometimes you can spend up to $20 to $30 on a glass of wine depending on where you're drinking. And that also prompted me to eat better because I'm not going out to drink, and then you're not wanting to have late night munchies, and you're not tempted to be out drinking and eating the food that isn't so healthy for you. And so it's been such a win. So for any of you that maybe want to take a break or give yourself a challenge, I mean, for me it was like, I'm just going to see if I can do the whole year, but I'm going to start with a month and see how I feel, and then I'll do another month and see how I feel, and then another month, and now here I am in August, and it's been quite fantastic. So any inspiration that you need, hopefully you can take some from this and give yourself a week, give yourself 3 days, give yourself a month, give yourself a year, it doesn't matter, but just know that if you're giving something up because you know it's not supportive to you, and for whatever reason, then replace it with something else that's going to make you feel good. And what better way to replace wine than with workouts? Way better. So I'm feeling good, and I hope that you'll feel good too. And I want to encourage you, if you're feeling any doubts and you want to do something shift, you can do it. It took me a long time to be able to do this, and I've been doing it, and I'm 42. And it's about time that I shift into a super healthy body so that I can keep up with my amazing life. All right, everybody, thanks so much for joining me. I will be back tomorrow, and I'm curious, I've been doing these Facebook Lives. I have all sorts of topics to talk about, but if you want to ask me something, anything at all, really, I'd be happy to answer it. So post it on my wall, post it below, and tomorrow's video, I'll see what comes up and what I want to answer. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.